Drumboardist, what are we looking at?
This is Deep Sea Hunter. This is a Flash game that I found, I don't know, a few years ago on Congregate that I just greatly enjoyed, possibly because I had maybe been drinking at the time. But, I don't know, I still enjoy the game, played it a lot, rounded it out. It's one of those kind of slowly incrementing your power-ups to the point where you just go fight things kind of game. Designed by all of two people, props to them, and some of the translation's not very great, but I imagine none of that really matters if you just want me to play the game, don't you?
I mean, it'd be nice to see the game.
Oh.
I am definitely interested in your thoughts on it, of course, but...
of course. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, let's jam. So, aim with your submarine. Yeah. You aim the sub with the mouse, so the mouse pointer is there for a reason, folks. This is all achievements, so we go out of our way to, we're unnamed dude in a sub who is the anti-Jacques Cousteau. He wants to go out into the middle of the ocean and kill everything. Everything. I'm going to go out of my way to kill these jellyfish because they give a good amount of money and they all die in one shot. Now, the first dive, you don't really get too far, and you actually make a certain amount of cash depending on how far down deep into the ocean you were able to get. Those angler fish take 2 shots and don't give much money, as you can see. They also don't do much in the way of damage. So, oh no, we're out of fuel! And yet we have enough to return to the top of the thing. Yes, great. Oh, by the way, get it on the App Store. They do that to you a lot. If you happen to go down to the right side of the screen, they really want you to get this game on the App Store. So I didn't get enough money on that first dive to do anything really major. So we're gonna just make my ship go a little bit faster because speedrun. And the main things that I want to be doing, because normally you play this game casually, you're just gonna upgrade a little bit everything. You get your token magnet item, you'll get more damaging torpedoes, you get a larger radius so you can shoot things from further away. You can, wow, there's a lot of jellyfish coming now. I'm just gonna hang out and wait. Now the reason I'm gonna wait, as a quick explanation, I have a certain amount of fuel and it is always consumed at the same rate depending on if I am holding down the mouse button. So anytime I am moving the ship, I am holding down the left mouse button, which means over the course of the next 40 minutes I'm going to have cramps, but that's just a thing that winds up happening. So the fuel, it goes away as long as I am holding down the mouse button. I managed to get all that money, that's good, that gets me the 2 upgrades I want next. The problem is that there is a slow down animation and a speed up animation every time I let off the gas, so unfortunately what that winds up doing for me is I consume just as much fuel as I would have just kind of going forward, except that I cost myself the same amount of fuel that would have sent me a much further distance. Like, once I start getting the massive speed upgrades, you're traveling a lot further for the same amount of fuel, so good deal. Also, I get to go further down deep into the ocean where there are more things for me to punch in the face with torpedoes. And by the way, yes, folks, there will be fish puns. Oh yes, there will be fish puns. Actually, at this point, I think I'm just going to focus more on deep diving to try and get the bonuses for how far underwater I can go. But the ultimate endpoint here is, like I started out saying and then immediately trailed off, is the all achievements, which amounts to killing many amounts of underwater creatures that we're going to come across. Buying all of the upgrades, fighting the 4 bosses in the game. One of them is somewhat hidden. He's not easily found, but I know where he be, so we gon' be shoot in the face. And of course, the 2 important things to remember is that one of those bosses is Cthulhu, and yes, the other one, thank you, Epic, the other one is the Kraken, who is, I think, the smallest of the 4 bosses. I don't know why they deemed this thing the Kraken, but I ain't afraid of that sucker being unleashed. That is less of a Liam Neeson unleashing the Kraken, and probably a little bit more of whoever played the guy in Clash of the Titans, which, I mean, if it was that Kraken, that sucker was, what, like 100 feet tall? That's the Kraken that brings fear to people. Not this guy's like an angry-looking guy with a shell helmet. Subnautica before Subnautica. Yeah. No. Well, I'm not
I don't
building
see it.
No, I'm not building things. I'm destroying things. So I'm going to go for as long as I can throughout the course of this game with no armor upgrades. So a lot of this very quickly winds up becoming, hey, how quickly can I just do the salsa around many angry things that want to kill me and will in one hit. Also, you can do this. That's, you can damage yourself pretty easily, you know, on walls, so don't do that. So that means I actually have to spend a little extra fuel to dodge things now. Again, this is just efficiency of movement, so I can get as far as I can to get as much money to buy the train ticket that takes me to the dope part of the game where all the Disney characters are at. What am I talking about? I've lost my train of thought. Tristan, help!
I mean, I would think that if you just wanted to get really deep in the ocean, wouldn't you just drive your sub out to a really deep part of the ocean and then sink it? And that doesn't cost you any fuel. What's the problem? I've solved the game.
You're not wrong, but I'd have to have enough fuel to get out that far into the ocean, and the game I think just frowns upon that. So you know, I think we'll just take the easier route of shooting a bunch of fish. Of course, the other interesting part is that, yeah, again, I have to murder a lot. It's something like 1,000 total enemies. It's kind of why am I doing this to sea life? I mean, granted, they all
contracted by Long John Silver.
Yar, me hearties, we be pummeling everything that we can come across here deep in the ocean. You know, one of the interesting things about this game, and the one reason that made me want to speedrun it, outside of I get hit in the head a lot, is for those of you who are familiar with the term thalassophobia, it is, you know, simultaneously the fear and the great awe of the deep. And I've never had that until I was playing this game, because as you can see, there's lots of walls and you just kind of track along those, and there's going to be enemies and that's fine, but it gets to the point where you're so deep in the ocean that it is just pitch black, and the one boss that you can't find is one that is nowhere near any of the walls, so you have to know where it is that your starting point is and plow straight into the middle of absolutely nothing and hope you find him, all the while big angry jellyfish and thing are coming at you. And I just, at one point in time, I had to just put down the mouse and go, I don't want to play this. I am actually having an anxiety attack. But I got over it, and I'm sure that will never come up again if I'm near any large bodies of water.
I mean, I was good up until someone at one point showed me a photo and explained to me what a sea lamprey was, and then I was done. I'm done with it.
Yeah, no, occasionally I'll see, like, the photos of, wow, look at this cool thing they found deep in the sea, and like, no, oh, cool, sure, as in temperature, and I'm out. Bye. So, when we get to 5 speed and 5 fuel, that will give us enough distance effectively so that we'll be able to see the first boss, and I'm about out of fuel, so we're going to dive deep. As you can see, large treasure chest. The money really starts to plow in once you are able to go deep enough in here, so this is enough for 5 and 5. Cool, so we'll see the first boss. Hooray! We are not fighting that sucker. We are not going to fight that sucker for another 20 minutes. Instead, it's just going to amount to, hey, cool, it's a thing, bye, I need money, bye. Is that something I can one-shot? No? Okay, bye. The only things I'm going to be able to one-shot are those anglerfish and the jellyfish. That's it. I'm just going to take that hit. That's fine. This is okay. It's whatever. A lot of times I try to juke between enemies, yeah, through the wall like that, and so the hit detection's a little wonky, and I'm losing very minuscule amounts of fuel by trying to show off this way. There's a shark. Hi, shark. Bye, shark. I initially wanted to have a buddy of mine, me out, he of Final Fantasy II fame, help me out on commentary, but he was sick. And the reason I wanted to have him help me out on commentary, in addition to the fact that he knows the game, is that he recently learned Draken, and I wanted to ask him what his opinion was on my killing all of these sharks. But I can't do that now, and I'm sad. So there's the first boss. Hey, buddy, see ya. I don't want to, but no. Bye. Money.
Backup plan.
I mean, well, I don't know if I would call you a backup plan. I would just say you were very willing to fill in on behalf of a sick friend of mine, and I appreciate that. Now let's hear some of those fish jokes.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have a bunch of them, but I could just sit here and school you on them all day.
I mean, and away we go.
I don't know. If I went too deep with it, you may make me walk the plankton over it.
No. See, I mean, you've already got me hooked.
I mean, it's not bad. Cod do better.
God help us all. Because that was the next one I was going to go with. I don't know, I'm a little focused on the game. That's the issue there. I had a list, and then I realized it was open up in the window that I'm currently playing the game in. Don't think you all want me to just suddenly start swapping over for the sake of puns. I don't know, chat, you help out with the fish puns. They're fun, right? Right?
Oh, I'm sure they definitely could be able... What the hell, Brutas? You stole it!
Science. So here we are in the depths of the ocean, killing every possible living creature we can see. Oh, money. Yeah, I'm the anti-Jacques Cousteau. This is what I am in the game. No, money right there. No, you butt. No. Ah, something does smell fishy. That's just my breath backing up on me, though. No, I can't afford either of those. That sucks. So we'll push up the gold detector. Not enough money, fine. Gold detector just means that all these predetermined spots where money can show up will have a higher chance of showing up. Yes, the puns are carp. Oh.
Being able to get more cash is a golden opportunity to progress.
That's less of a fish pun, though. I think we're just going into dad joke territory.
I don't know about that.
I mean, if y'all want to just start unleashing bad dad jokes too, I'm all for it. Because you're just gonna see me just keep sailing down until the world gets dark and angrier things come to try and one-shot me. So, this is clearly the Dark Souls of Flash games. Yes, and it's gonna take a lot of firepower for me to be able to actually do any appreciable damage to any of these things. Oh, and I forgot there is a glitch that I've never found any way to really work in my favor in this game. Well, I found two. One, I managed to go out of bounds, which really didn't matter because, again, fuel, and I couldn't get back inbounds because, well, walls. Not very useful. The other one was, I somehow made the game glitch out. Oh, come on. It was right there. What are you doing to me, game? I made the game glitch out, and it gave me infinite range on my weaponry, which is good, but the game tends to try and target the things that are closest to you, and it was no longer doing that. So imagine I'm not really trying to kill things, and the game is deciding to try and pot shot all these things at the start. So I just would constantly hear the torpedoes firing and just shooting straight up and off to the left. Like, thanks. This is so not useful. All right, I'm a little bit fast now. Once you get past 5 speed, you can't just plow at an enemy and it'll be dead before you get to it. Yeah, no, you can increase the fire speed of your torpedoes, which is really annoying because you can make them fire faster, but they're not going to get to your target faster. So sometimes someone's bearing down on you, and you'd really like to just turn them into, chunky salsa. But oh no, it's decided something else on the screen is probably taking priority, and you have no control over it. Why would you do this to me? So instead, we just keep
one fish in particular.
It will over and over, and that screws me out of getting more cash. So you know what? Your penchant for destroying things and your desire to go to extreme lengths to get money. My new headcanon, I'm Scrooge McDuck. That is who I am. You have to be, right? This seems like something he would do. He's probably got his 3 nephews on board, too. He does not care about their lives. We're gonna go fight the Baylor. Let's bring along Huey, Dewey, and Louie. You know he'd do it if there was money involved.
It's a fun activity for the kids. Just wanton violence. I mean, I don't see any wontons down here, but do we make fish fish wontons? What am I talking about?
Of course they do. I mean, why wouldn't they? And I'm failing that, we're definitely gonna get some fish tacos, right? I like fish tacos.
I mean, there's definitely a wealth of the material for it here. You would have to go, like, take the sub on land and hunt down the wild tortilla. And just, you know, completely genocide a wheat farm or something, but, you know.
Are we talking corn or flour? Because I don't know if the ship has enough fuel to take us to Iowa. Isn't that where corn usually comes from?
One thing I've learned, it's as long as you're moving upward, like straight up toward the surface, it doesn't matter that you don't have any fuel. So you just have to get under Iowa somehow, and it'll take care of itself, I guess.
So now not only are we deep sea hunter, but we're also deep earth diving. We're the mole men of this universe. Interesting. Well, you know what? It would probably be less treasure chests then, and like diamonds and such. I wonder if I have enough fuel to actually be able to visit Cthulhu yet. No, I don't. We're not going to be able to see Cthulhu, not until the next trip. Yeah, wow, okay, so that's what happens if I happen to jank myself into a wall. I didn't even get the money. Good times, good times. And by good times, I mean, ow, that hurt. All right, so this is definitely enough to get us to Cthulhu and almost to the Kraken. So we're pretty much just showing off bosses at this rate, but that's when we can actually start trying to power ourselves up, because we do have to kill one of every kind of sea creature out there. So, I mean, the bosses are a given, but we do have to hunt down the other ones, or should I say, oh, they will hunt me down, and they're all really beefy. You just have to wait for things to die, and it's really annoying and stupid, and it gets worse when other things start spawning, and you thought you were in the clear, but oh no, now there's a giant fish with a skull on its face that's trying to gnaw on you, and other things are shooting bullets. This game gets kinda bullet hellishly. Not really, but I mean, enough that makes you go, that's not cool, I don't want to do this. And there's only so many ways that you can try to gimme your bosses in this. Some of them you can't outrange, which seems like a really scummy way to take out Cthulhu, but that's how you do it, is you hang out next to his knee and you shoot him in the face a lot so he doesn't get to do anything. So he's asleep and he's dreaming, and he gonna keep dreaming just forever, because you dead. Nope. Interestingly, I actually don't go out of my way to grab like some of the magnet things in this game either, because while trying to dodge these fish, the last thing I need to be doing is also dodging around the money that is slowly traipsing towards me. By the way, there's Cthulhu. He just spawned in me. Good job, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Probably should have kept going, but I was nearly on the end of fuel, so that's fine. One of those, get the money up. And now we actually officially have enough, assuming I don't run into things, which, yeah, okay. I have enough fuel and speed.
I want a headcanon that you mildly irritated Cthulhu by running into his knee.
That seems exactly like the kind of thing Scrooge McDuck would do. And also, Scrooge McDuck is, if any of y'all have ever read, like, some of the comics, the dude is freakishly strong. He wanted to show off once, so he took his lucky dime, threw it across a river, and then hopped into a boat, rowed across the river, got to the other side, and caught it, and said that took me 10 seconds. So, Scrooge is a hoss. That's, for starters, he threw a dime across a river, not skipping, no, and then he rowed a boat. I think he could have run it. So, Scrooge McDuck versus Cthulhu. This is the new headcanon of Deep Sea Hunter. I hope you all enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe.
I mean, my headcanon is you're some kind of freakish inverse Noah going under the ocean instead of over it and killing 2 of every animal instead of saving.
Well, I'll actually have to kill 1. Alright, so still...
you're half of an inverse Noah.
I'm a no.
In some ways, I can agree with this, but...
Alright, I want to get to the Kraken at least. I want to see the Kraken. Come on, Kraken. Anything down here is going to be bodying me, but I at least want to see him. Come on, let's go. And you're going to be disappointed. You hear the Kraken and you don't think, you don't think that thing. That is not a kraken. Okay, so maybe not one shot, but a fair amount of getting destroyed right there. It's fine. So now that we have enough to be able to max out either one of these, speed is great. I'm gonna take some armor now. There's that. I don't really need anything else vastly right this section. I guess at this juncture. I don't know what word I was looking for right there. Words are hard. But we just gotta keep going on down, and we're unfortunately still not quite ready to start mutilating everything that we've seen at this point. We've seen almost everything. I believe there's just the one hidden boss that we have not come across yet. It's a giant anglerfish, by the way. And that's the one that gave me a bit of the willies when trying to locate him. Because, I mean, yeah, you're hugging walls. You're having a good time. You're finding out where you're going. If you're ever lost, look, there's a wall right to the left. Just do that. Yeah, sure, you might see a giant thing trying to maul your face or shoot bullets at you or whatever, but by and large, you'll have your bearings. And then one guy's like, nah, I am the bearings. And that's not cool, game. Don't do that. I don't appreciate that. Skipping a lot of money here, but I mean the bigger drops, because I mean, yeah, the tiny coins are worth, I think, 10. The larger ones are worth 50. The triple bars are 3. The treasure chests are 5. The blue treasure chests are 1,000. So you very rapidly start getting a lot more just by going a little bit further. And then you also get bonuses based off of how deep into the ocean that you went. Bye, Cthulhu. Sorry about your kneecap. I'll come back and blow your face off later. Bye. Nope, want that. Stop. Nope, nope. So this is the point I talked about where I said maybe someone else should talk while I'm trying to dodge, but that's fine. I don't blame you. I blame me. Oh, come on, you. Come on.
As long as we're in agreement.
Yes, we are. I mean, the Kraken was ostensibly just like a giant squid, right? Isn't that what it was? And then everyone makes it into weird things. Again, I'll say Clash of the Titans is my favorite because it looks like a giant creature from the Black Lagoon that's literally 100 feet tall. It's, okay, you said unleash the Kraken, but what's that thing? Did he not show? Is this his fill-in? I'm lost. Whatever, Perseus just...
It's not about the size of the Kraken, though. It's something about the ocean. I don't know the thing.
You know, puns like that make me salty. Again, I wish I could read off...
a game that was making you a little salty here.
Yeah. Listen. So, I'm going to focus on hopefully getting enough money to actually be able to do appreciable anything to the things that I'm avoiding, since I'd much rather, like, you know, kill them, because I have to. So I'm gonna, I don't know, just let y'all enjoy the music and the sound of just rockets, red glare, constantly bombarding things.
I mean, this game does have a couple of, or maybe one, I should say, sick jam.
I did not accidentally right-click and open a different window. Sorry. That was unintended. I can't imagine what that looked like on the stream. Just, uh-oh, window. What? Why? That happens a lot. Again, it's been, what, over 20 minutes of me constantly holding down the left mouse button. Ow.
You've never played Diablo, have you?
Oh, I've played a ton of Diablo. That Diablo 2, man. I couldn't really get into Diablo 3. I just couldn't. Why would you not allow me to waste all of my skill points getting one of every ability to see which one I like? I want to do that. What do you mean I gotta specialize? I don't know if I like it yet. But Diablo 2, man, I was all about the Whirly Barb. Hell yeah. Whirly Barb!
Yeah, I can get behind that. I was all about the Frozen Orb Sorceress, but...
I never got down on Sorceress. My brother did. And he was way better at the game than me, so, I mean... Yeah, I realized Whirly Barb wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. For those of you who don't understand that, Whirly Barb is, I mean, it's Whirlwind, but you get like one weapon with Lifesteal and one weapon with Mana Leech, and you just spin through everything. Just packs of things come at you, and you just go crazy. It's fun. Not effective, but it's fun. And anything with Reflect, you're dead very fast. Nope, not going for that one.
Is you're holding down the left mouse button all the time in Diablo 2. This is nothing.
I thought there was an auto run. Is there not an auto run? I don't know. It's been years.
Well, I mean, you still have to click where you want to run. I mean, I guess if you're one of those people who like individually clicks where to go instead of just holding the mouse button down, but that's weird. Who does that?
Yeah, I don't remember doing that, so I probably didn't do that. Hi, Kraken. Bye, Kraken. Whoop, not getting that money. Trunk rattle. Oh no, we're out of fuel. Oh no. Firewall Mephisto. Yeah, I never even got into firewall stuff. I mean, I appreciate it. I just never did much with it. So I'm going to have fairly powerful missiles, but they're not going to do a huge amount. There's also fire rate and range. Again, it doesn't speed up how fast your torpedoes travel. It just, you fire them a lot faster. When you get to 5, you have 2 torpedoes, which sounds unfair, but a lot of times they'll collide at the same time and you only get credit for 1 hit, and that's kind of dumb. So you just have to deal with it. Whoop, but now we can actually start taking out a lot of these other bigger creatures that I need to be taking out, or not. I actually still don't have enough to one-shot some of these guys, but I am not sticking around to do so. Screw you guys. I'm going home. And by home, I mean this way. By this way, I mean help. I need a dog.
A general idea of like what exactly the achievements are that you're getting, like especially the later ones you're going to get, the more difficult ones, because I mean you see icons flying on the screen, but
yeah, it's collect a ton of money, hit a level of depth that is just past the Kraken. Well, we definitely cleared that. Kill one of everything. Each of the bosses have their own individual achievements for those. Kill a large total number of enemies. And I don't remember the last one. I know there's another one that I can't think of. Yes. Why do I keep forgetting to buy more armor so that some of these runs will actually, that won't die to that. Oh, or that. I'm clever. How? Nope. Stop it! Stop it! It was not worth it! No! Okay, I was moving up right there. I was moving the mouse up, game. You can't deny me that. So let's get to 5. So that way I have that going for me. I don't even really care about the range right this well. I guess now I'm going to care about the range, aren't I? I was going to buy armor. I didn't buy armor. You know.
Please remember to buy armor.
Last time I did this, I forgot to buy enough range to be able to actually fight Cthulhu. So someone actually made a command for me in chat that just, it's, you know, command Cthulhu. It's just, you need 7 range, moron. Like, oh, yeah, okay. Because Cthulhu has, I think, the most health in the game, and he has really weird sporadic bullet patterns that you don't want to be dealing with, because he'll fire like a wall of 3 directly at you. And then like a spread shot. There will be enemies that are constantly spawning around him that are going to be, you know, coming at you as well, and sometimes your bullets go for them instead of him, which is a good thing. Sometimes they'll continue going for him, and now you have to run away and then reposition yourself once that guy's dead. That sucks. Cthulhu, why? Oh, that was a weird lag hiccup. That's not something you want to see. Yeah, fun. So I need armor, and Cthulhu is a jerk. And that's why we post up next to that kneecap I already injured. I was marking my place for future reference. Ha ha! Science! Just go with it.
The Call of Cthulhu comes from his knee.
Yes. Well, no. The Call of Cthulhu comes from someone driving a ship into his knee, and then he calls out, "Ah!" ow! But underwater, so a Murloc. He's the original Murloc. That's what is. I'm getting none of this money, and I'm very annoyed by it. Yeah, none of her.
Finding any flaws in your logic. I think it's an airtight argument.
Oh, thank you. It better be airtight. We're this deep underneath the ocean, man. I ain't James Cameron. I'm a much more vicious James Cameron. I mean, he did direct Terminator 2, so we've seen a mean streak from the man, I guess. Yay! All right, so nope, still not enough. That's fine. Armor. I need the armor. Well, 2 ranks is fine. We'll go with 2 ranks. That's okay. So yes, after this I boost up range to 7, and that will be enough for me to be able to take out all of the bosses. And it goes a heck of a lot faster if I actually have maxed out damage, because of course it does. So this should be, in theory, the last true let's go get that money run, or the game will hiccup on me and I'll wind up flying into an anglefish. So that shark's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. I love the weird little sounds things make when you nuke them. That's, it's interesting. I would imagine it's very true to form. This is exactly what sea life sounds like when you blow it up with torpedoes. It's true. This game is a documentary. Don't question that. Or do. I'm not your supervisor. You can do what you like. So, maybe one actual real attempt of me just focusing. So, I don't know. Chat, what has been your favorite game of this big bad Game-a-Thon so far? Or, more appropriately, what has been your least favorite game of the big bad Game-a-Thon? Possibly just because it was terrible. Go!
Oh man. I mean, for mine, least favorite game is Pairs.
Pairs was great.
Favorite run, but least favorite game, which is exactly what we're going for.
Nope, money. Ow.
Yeah, Pairs was awful. Definitely some agreement.
Nope, just get the money. Just ninja kick the dang rabbit. Do something.
See, I think everyone needs to experience Pairs and Grey Witch for themselves, but in doing so, like, the game may actually get enough sales that someone may.
Oh no! Yo, yeah, no. Can someone figure out a way to pirate that for the rest of us? We all want to play it, but we do not need to encourage that kind of behavior. Stop doing that, game. I get a weird lag spike.
Does not represent the opinions of Big Bad Game-a-Thon.
Oh, I had the glitch going off briefly. I was firing way outside of my radius there, but it doesn't really affect too much going on there, so we should be good here. Can I just match you out? No? That's fine. Whatever. I can't get you done. Maybe a little more there. This is effectively good enough to be able to go fight all the bosses, so let's go do this. So my range is a little bit bigger now. It's not maxed out, but it is definitely good enough for me to be able to get the job done. 9 damage is less than I want it to be, so fights will take just that one smidge a little bit longer, but that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
Oh, okay, your circle is just the entire screen now, right?
Pretty much. If I had a maxed out fire rate too, you wouldn't even really hear the music anymore. You're thum, 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 thum.
You're being called out for forgetting armor again.
I know I did. I'm at 5, and I'm going to be murdering things this time more than worrying about doing the money fact-finding stuff. So, for example, I'm actually going to be doing a bit of a slowdown here to ensure that I clear my way to this boss. I don't want to, fight him on his terms, because he'll be, doing crazy stuff that I don't like. So, as you can see, his bullets aren't really going to hit me. Well, that one might. Yep, okay, so I have to reposition myself slightly. And if I get this right, I should be able to get it. Yeah, so, okay. And I mean, you can kind of angle yourself around, which would not be pretty, because I can swing myself right into a bullet. You don't want to do that. That's actually my first split. There's my first split! 30 minutes in.
So your entire first split is literally, get all of the money and then kill the first boss?
Yeah, I didn't really think it through. I mean, what else would I be putting the split at, effectively? Just, look, I've got, maxed out range and, or not range, speed and whatchamahooza would probably be pretty good. Stop shooting at me. I need you to die like that. Thank you. Nope. See, I didn't have to go out of my way to worry about this guy, because there was another one waiting for me. I'm gonna skip you. We ain't got time for this guy. Hey. That was my "We're Going to Murder Everything in the Sea" song. I hope you liked it. Well, this does not look pretty. These mini anglerfish take many hits, and it's really annoying because this next boss summons a lot of them at me. Okay, so... Oh, I went way too...
annoying hook for a boss.
I went really... I don't know what I'm thinking. I went too deep. I'm actually way past the anglerfish. I'm headed towards Cthulhu. Well, then I guess I'm just gonna fight Cthulhu, and we're gonna have to double back and take out the secret other boss, I guess? That was completely unintentional. Yeah, see, this is great. This is what you want to see right here. This is the funness. I'm not gonna try and go for the above Cthulhu strats. We're gonna do the low. It's just safer, it's faster, and I've got way too many things coming at me! Why? Die already! Please stop. I just want to murder. Why is this so difficult? Why are you guys fighting back? Hang on, I think I found a flaw in my logic.
Shocked to find a bunch of fish.
I have found the flaw in my logic. So, see, he's got legions protecting him. That's fine. This is fine. This is whatever at this point. Yes, okay, maybe the armor would have helped. Honestly, having 10 offense. Okay, so there's that. Now let's max out the range. The range is maxed out. And you see that? That's armor. I'm not buying it. We're going!
It's just a matter of principle now, isn't it?
This, maybe. This, maybe.
Like, you don't need defense. If you have so much offensive power, everything's dead before it gets to you. I can understand this. I respect that.
I believe that's the
RPGs all the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Dynamite Fisherman, aka the bleached white skull of doom that clearly shows you are the underwater Grim Reaper, I believe that's the final one for killing all of the fish in the game. So I've killed enough things in general that the game has decided to reward me for it. Alright, so see, if I'm playing well, I'm not running into walls, I don't need to worry about killing things. I've already killed this boss, so I'm not going to do it again. We're just going to sail right on past. It's just smooth sailing. Except it's not sailing if you're underwater. It's diving? Dipping, diving, dodging, ducking. No.
No, ducking was what happened last run.
So let's go find that boss that I skipped last time and went 400 feet underneath the ocean too far to find him. So we're just going to slowly inch forward. Yeah, this is the point where I freaked out, like, just playing the game casually. It's like, oh, he's out here. Because just you have no frame of reference. Big things just kind of occasionally show up. There he is. So here's this guy. He's big. He's got bullets. He summons buddies. And we just kind of drag him back towards the wall. I don't have to, but at least I cleared the way to the wall, so that's where I'm going. If you go too far, enemies will respawn. That's a good time. Could you keep up with me so I could keep shooting you in the face? Speaking of those respawns, stop that! Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
We turned into Darius here.
Yeah. Stop summoning the minions! You're getting in the way! What? Come on, dude. Would you die? Please, please, please. Thank you. Well, only 6 minutes over. We should be able to make this up. I just need to go shoot Cthulhu in the kneecaps more correctly this time. Maybe if I stop and kill everything on the way there. Nope, they'll fire bullets at me. Nope, that guy's coming for me. Okay, let's move. So in case you guys are wondering why this is a Big Bad Game-a-Thon, have you not picked up on it yet? Nope, stop it. Ugh, everything's... No, this... Okay, through iframes. We're using the iframes. I've spawned another guy, but that's fine. I don't care. Okay. Take up my position. Nope, we're gonna wait for other things to get in the way.
It's like you can identify the exact moment where his spirit broke.
Yeah. I don't know, what are you targeting? Oh, okay, you're targeting that guy. That's probably a good idea. Okay, kill him. Thank you. That guy's dead. All right, here's Cthulhu.
I have questions about some of the art choices and like how he was drawn here. I mean, and I can only see from the waist down, so.
Well, when he dies, he'll fall past you and you get to see the rest of him. I don't want to walk up there and allow him the chance to try and shoot me. And yeah, again, this game was made by 2 people, all right? I'm willing to call it a labor of love. Not really much else, but I mean, respect to the 2 people that made this. Like, 1 person programmed all of it. I think the other one did the song. I don't remember off the top of my head. Why are you here?
Why is he not dead?
I said he's got a ton of health. You want me to also be dodging him the entire time? Nope. Hey, bye, buddy. And see, there was the Murloc sound. I wasn't making it up. So now, I gotta get to the Kraken, who does not like it when you are beneath him, and he's not very good at dealing with it. So what I used to do was just kind of clear the path to him and then chase him back up the slope, but as you can see, that's just not a great idea. So I'm not going to do that. Could you stop? Could you stop? Would you stop? There's too many puppies are getting shot in the dark. No, what? It ain't my input again. You have got to be kidding me. I got to dive again? You have got to be kidding me! Ah! Fire range. Next one's just...
The additional armor, would it have made a difference?
I'm not going to answer that. So, I now also have the maxed out fire rate, which would have cleared through a lot of these guys a lot faster. I should have been worried about the range. Once you get to 7, you're fine really for the rest of the game. As you can see, having the fire rate maxed out and the damage maxed out is a huge increase on your ability to get past everything. So I'm now just the crazy man on a mission to go murder something else deep in the ocean and call it a day. So Tristan, how you doing?
I'm highly amused and critical.
Yeah, that's what are you, my parents? Which, by the way, it is in fact my mother's birthday. So, hey Chad, if you want to do me a solid and wish my mother a happy birthday, that'd be great. Or don't. I'm not your boss, but you know, that'd be cool. Hey mom, look, a bunch of people you don't know are like, happy birthday, that person. So Cthulhu respawns, but we good here, thanks. I don't care. We are getting to the Kraken, and we are nuking the Kraken. I do not care. Actually, I should care, because I'm going to need some money for those last few upgrades. I should have been collecting a lot of this. So, we're nearing the Kraken. Let's go ahead and murder everything that's in the vicinity, because they're going to try and ruin my day while I'm fighting him. Are we good yet? Are we good yet? No, we're not. No, we're not. What? Game. I did not have this much bad luck in my practice runs either. Okay, it's like the anglerfish is back and he's summoning more things to come at me. Okay, so here's Krakow. Hi, what's up? So you do that, and that's cool. But he has a lot of trouble, like, actually coming down after me. Oh, what?
You hate to see it.
I'm not crying, you're crying. That's That's... Mental note, marathon safety means armor!
So we're at level 9 hole right now, yeah?
Yeah, we are. I should have taken Kraken back up a little bit towards the place I had already cleared out, then circled around and allowed him to try and progress downwards at me where it's relatively smooth sailing and pretty easy to kill him off. I should have done that. What I did do was drive into things like a madman with a severe bloodlust. And an indestructible ship, apparently. Oh no, the hull has taken too much damage. Man!
Hasn't been there.
I mean, I don't know. Abraham Lincoln probably has not been there.
Having trouble arguing with that.
Okay, good. A small child probably has not been there. Cthulhu, I don't think he has use for ship. Probably not, you know? Probably not. It's okay. We were already a little bit ahead on this dang thing. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and, put us back up to it. Alright, so, nearing the... Well, we're not nearing the Kraken, but I'm going to play slower, safer, slightly more callously towards all of the living creatures underneath the deep blue sea.
Oh, no. Abraham Lincoln underestimated his need for armor as well. No, that is incorrect. The reason that is incorrect is because it was a headshot that took him out, and everybody knows those are one-hit kills. Okay, I was gonna drag him up, but everything spawned again. Why, game? So we're gonna just kind of keep doing these lazy circles, I guess. Oh my goodness. This is stupid and I don't like it. You can see I've done not much to him at this point. And those weird game hiccups are very annoying. Very annoying. Don't target him. Go for the big guy. Go for the guy that matters. And I'm really wondering how the heck I pulled off 35 minutes in this game. With the sum of best of 31. What did I do differently? Alright, so back up, back around. See, if I'm playing well, the armor wouldn't have mattered. Now I have hits for days. There's the Kraken. From the armor.
The Kraken is dead. Long live the Kraken. Whatever. I need to have enough money to buy the rest of the stuff. I don't remember how much magnet costs. Usually magnet's the one that I get last, I think. I think it caps out at 10, so it's like 10, 7, 50. I think I need 50, and I think I'm gonna have enough to, yeah, that's fine. This should be enough, especially with the deep dive. Holy cow, I'm dumb. I'm sorry for all of that. Oh, I did need one more. Okay, so magnet. Great, and that's time. You gotta be kidding me, man. So,
congratulations.
Better than nothing. Sailor. I'm rich! Yeah, 10,000 golds. Fisherman. Half of the way, so you kill 8 of the 16 creatures there. First mate, 1,000 depths. You kill 300 creatures. I thought it was more than that. Oh, there's 12. 50,000 golds. That's easy. Captain, you beat Cthulhu. 3,000. All the upgrades, all the creatures. Here's all the creatures. Here they are. Giant pufferfish, hammerhead shack, barracuda. But I mean, you've seen all these guys. A large octopus.
For a brief moment before they exploded into a fine red mist, yes.
Sure. He is dreaming in the sunken city of Riley, and I am not pronouncing the rest of that, but okay. And the honorary maneuver when you are done with this game. You are done with this game. Thank you. That has been Deep Sea Hunter. I'm very sorry to say I still have another game in this marathon, but y'all stick around for what is next. I don't know what's next. Tristan? Help.
Fair enough. Yeah, Dragon Slayer is next.
Oh, no. Get me out of here. Is it on the Nintendo?
Why, yes.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out. Goodbye.